Lucid dreaming is the coolest thing ever. It is literally my favorite activity. It's like being in creative mode in Minecraft, but in real life. And I've been lucid dreaming for over 10 years, and I know the best technique to do it with zero practice. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you guys in this video. But I'm not going to do it alone, because the best lucid dreaming YouTuber, Tiger123, has agreed, definitely agreed, I totally did not kidnap him, to help me with this video. We're both going to come together and join forces to give you guys the most epic lucid dreaming tutorial ever. So let's quit the yapping and get right to it. The technique we're learning today is called SSI'd, and it's the best technique for beginners. But why is this, Tiger?
It is the best technique for beginners because it's just like a step-by-step process. You look at all these other lucid dreaming techniques, mild and wild and shit. They can be open to interpretation, and for a lot of people, they change the steps to like fit them. But SSI, it's just very step-by-step. You change nothing. Actually, in the original technique tutorial, it says do not change anything. So for everyone, it's just exactly the same. You just follow 3 steps. It's very, very simple, and it's been proven to be extremely effective. One of the most effective techniques. In some studies, I think it's actually been proven to be the most effective technique, and it's like the easiest. So that's basically why it's the easiest and best technique for beginners.
So let's take a look at that official guide. The first step is to set an alarm for 4 hours after you fall asleep. Now, I know that it said not to change anything, but I don't do it this way. I just don't like alarms. Luckily, there are other options. And one of them is to set an intention to wake up 4 hours after you fall asleep. It's just like telling yourself in your head, I'm gonna wake up in 4 hours. And that kind of works. And the other method to wake up after 4 hours of sleep, well, that's the pissing method. Tiger, have you ever done the pissing method?
The pissing method, nah, bro. I did that when I was younger, but now all I gotta do is be like, you'll wake up at 4 a.m. Like, I tell my brain that, and I kind of wake up naturally. I can just use natural intention. That's what I recommend a lot of people. For people who don't use that, I did recommend the pissing method, okay? Because I did that when I was younger. When I was like 13, 14, drink a shit ton of water, so you have to wake up to piss. But I did see some people say they piss themselves. I see people say that, so I kind of stopped recommending it because of that, even though it's never happened to me. But yeah, obviously, like, you don't want to piss yourself. So.
Yeah. So after the alarm goes off, or you woke up because you pissed yourself, what you want to do is get up and then stay awake for 3 to 5 minutes. And then lie back down and do the SSI'd cycle. Here's how the cycle goes. First is vision. Remind yourself, I am focusing on my vision. While you do this, notice the darkness behind your closed eyelids and investigate if there's anything to be seen in that void. I sometimes see cat girls. So yeah, do this for like 30 seconds. Just focus on your vision. It ain't too hard. Now we're gonna focus on our hearing. So after 30 seconds of doing that, just remind yourself, I'm focusing on my hearing, and try to identify any noises, wherever they come from, whether that be around you or within. Again, we're going to do this for 30 seconds before we move on to the next part of the cycle. And the last part is touch. So remind yourself, I'm focusing on my body, and pay attention to any tactile feelings, whether they involve your whole body or just a part like your hand. And again, do this for 30 seconds. And now you know how to do a cycle. So what you want to do is repeat this cycle a few times. And when you start to drift off, just forget about the cycles. Let go, get comfortable, and then just fall asleep.
And no like beforehand practice, you know, mild, wild, all the other techniques you kind of have to practice that for a little, you know. Siled, you just go straight into that shit, so it's perfect.
And that is literally all you need to do. Just doing these 3 things and repeating them is gonna make your dreams go crazy. So here's what you should expect. You might find that your dreams become more vivid and lifelike, and there's a good chance that you may gain awareness within your dreams and achieve lucidity. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but the technique is like a real-life cheat code. And by focusing on your senses before bed, you bring this awareness to your dreams. The simplicity of this technique really is what makes it work. Just follow the 3 things as they are, and do each of them for about 30 seconds. It doesn't exactly have to be 30, because we're not trying to count to 30 while we do this. And stay comfortable. You can scratch, roll, adjust, whatever you need to do to stay relaxed. Staying relaxed is the most important part. And if you feel like you're gonna fall asleep, that's fine. Let it happen. Something that happens really frequently to people who do this technique is a crazy phenomenon called false awakenings. A false awakening is where you wake up and think that everything's normal, but you're actually still dreaming. Noticing false awakenings can give you a lot of lucid dreams. Tiger, do you think false awakenings are a good thing?
Definitely false awakenings are very good. That's like a free fucking lucid dream. If you wake up and you're in a false awakening and you're like just dreaming about being awake, you're not actually awake, all you need to do is do a reality check. If you get into the habit of doing a reality check every time you wake up, so every time you wake up, count your fingers or try and push a finger through like one of your palms, or try and hold your nose to see if you can breathe, you can like catch those false awakenings very easily. I remember whenever I did techniques like shoutout and all that, false awakenings were very common. It's easy. You just wake up, reality check, realize you're in a fucking dream and can do anything you want. They're a very good thing.
Another really good thing that improves your chance of having a lucid dream a bunch with zero practice is just having something you want to do in your dreams. A goal. Have a reason you're becoming lucid. This is called your intention, and it's really important.
You really need specific dream goals, so you're going to sleep knowing you're going to do a really specific thing, because that firstly keeps you like obviously motivated to lucid dream, but secondly that kind of sets more intention to become lucid in of itself. So if you go to bed with really specific dream goals, I think you will have a higher chance of becoming lucid.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So Tiger, now that we all know the technique, what are your most important tips for lucid dreamers?
I would actually say probably good dream recall, your ability to remember dreams, right? I think that's very underrated. I talk about that a lot. Having good dream recall and just dream journaling a shit ton is maybe equal to or more important than actually like the lucid dreaming technique. Of course, like you need to be doing the lucid dreaming technique to get lucid, right? So many people I feel like are not putting enough effort into remembering dreams, and they're not like dream journaling enough. So they may have a lucid dream and like fucking not remember the dream, so think they didn't have a lucid or anything. And dream journaling just makes every technique so much easier, and it just makes you more aware of your dreams in general. So I think if you put more focus on remembering dreams, you may even realize like you have a lucid dream without even doing a technique, right? I think that happens to a lot of people. Very important skill for a lucid dreamer is remembering lots of lucid dreams. I always used to say to people, I don't really say it now because I know motherfuckers be impatient as hell, but I used to say like, remember 2 to 3 dreams a night. Be able to dream journal 2 to 3 dreams a night before you even start doing techniques. That's what I used to say because of like how important it is. I don't really say that now because like I said, people are fucking impatient. They just want to get straight into that. But yeah, dream recall. I'll stop yapping, but yeah, dream recall, very important.
Yeah, I totally agree. And the best thing about having good dream recall is that you can remember all your dreams, not just your lucid dreams.
Normal dreams can just be like interesting and fun as fuck. Sometimes even more interesting than some lucid dreams. Dream recall, very important skill. Most important.
I definitely agree. So I lucid dream to see cat girls, but why do you think people should lucid dream?
The most obvious reason is just you can do whatever you want. You can fulfill your fucking deepest desires, your darkest fantasies ever. It's like virtual reality or like some sandbox game, but just way better because there's no restrictions. You have complete freedom to do anything you want. It's just perfect.